Peanut butter, peanut butter. Healthfulness. Presence. Peanut butter's advantages and disadvantages. Is it beneficial to you? Top advantages and disadvantages. Peanut butter is a spreadable substance produced from ground peanuts. From roasted peanuts that have been ground dry. The Arachis species produces peanuts. Hypogaea is also known as groundnut. The nut-like legume pods grow in clusters. Underground. The domesticated peanut with which we are all too familiar. With today's technology, it was once a tropical land. South American subtropical areas, where numerous closely related species were originally discovered. Ancient civilizations invented. Peanuts are now grown all over the world. The world, as well as in the southern United States, asserts that they have a lengthy history. More than 2 centuries. We will talk about a few of them in this video. The advantages of peanut butter in terms of health, as well as some of the less favorable characteristics of this widely used condiment. Peanut butter's 3 advantages. Protein-rich. Number 1. Hemp seeds, on the other hand, have the highest concentration of omega-3 fatty acids. All of the nuts and seeds provide protein. Peanuts are also regarded as a healthy snack. Source. This amount, when ground into a paste, is becoming increasingly concentrated and slightly easier to digest than peanuts. These necessitate a substantial quantity of chewing. The average serving size is 2 tablespoons. 8 grams of protein, about 16 of the recommended daily allowance. Based on a 2,000 calorie per day diet. Adult nutrition. Peanuts are not strictly a nut, but rather a legume. They are a sort of legume that is actually at the top of the list. The list, as well as other high-protein foods. Legumes such as peas and soybeans. Similarly, peanuts contain all of the required nutrients. They are high in amino acids and provide a lot of them. Arginine is an amino acid. Throughout the history of early America, peanuts and peanut butter were used in this recipe as a nutrient-dense source of protein. Since the beginning of commercial peanut manufacturing, begun in the mid-19th century, they were frequently discovered on soldier rations. Lists of U.S. soldiers that were afterwards used to prepare the traditional peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Sandwiches with jelly are still popular in the United States. Tradition. Peanut butter was a favorite as well. During the early 1900s, there was an alternative in the early 1900s, when beef was rationed and the first Mondays without meat were promoted by the government. Interestingly, there is a meat-based dish. As a peanut butter maker, I use a grinder. The use of a sandwich spread was suggested in the first issue of Good Housekeeping was published in May of 1896. Magazine. Peanut butter is still regarded as a healthy food. Plant-based foods to include in your diet. Dietary supplements to the usual diet. Protein intake and amino acid supplementation on a daily basis. Needs for acid. Pro number 2 is a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Dietary guidelines for the ketogenic diet. Peanuts are heavy in fat as well. They have a high oil content and are classified as an oil crop, since they are frequently used as a source of peanut butter. When you open a jar of jam, you may see this. 100 peanuts were used to make this peanut butter. Usually, some of the oil separates too. The jar's very top. Is it also keto friendly? The majority of basic peanut butter is coarse. 2 times the amount of fat in comparison to the amount of protein. For most keto dieters, this is a good ratio. Protocols. Similarly, peanut butter that isn't other ingredients, such as sugar, should be included. Regarded as a healthy snack food. Because it is a ketogenic diet, it is a good idea to include it. Because of its high fat content and low cholesterol. Carbohydrate content. It may be a practical way to assist between meals, satisfy a sugar desire. It is still preferable to consume it at home. Moderation as part of a daily routine. Meal plan for keto. Just 2 tablespoons. Peanut butter. Carbohydrates in the range of 5 to 7 grams. If you just eat 20 to 50 calories per day, this might mount up quickly. Your daily carbohydrate intake is in grams. The ketogenic diet's objective. Peanut butter does have some fiber in it. Content, on the other hand, which, if you are being honest, the cost of technical would be deducted from the total. Carbohydrates, resulting in a net carb count. For instance, if you use 2 tablespoons of creamy peanut butter that has been lightly toasted organically, 5 grams of carbohydrates and 3 grams of fiber, you would end up with a total of 2 grams net, which is the true value of carbohydrate. When attempting to enter ketosis, remember that the net carbohydrate equation is, just for nutritional information, in the United States and Canada as the most. Other countries are responsible for this carbohydrate count total. Other peanut butter pro number 3. Information about nutrition. Peanuts have been found to be beneficial in studies. Sources of resveratrol and other resveratrol-like substances. Flavonoids and phenolic acids in addition to the phytosterols that have been discovered. Linked to lowering LDL cholesterol. Cholesterol. We have already discussed the benefits of peanut butter. It has a high protein content, yet it is also low in fat. Regarded as a healthy dietary source of Q10 coenzyme. Peanuts are also high in nutrients such as vitamin E, manganese, magnesium, niacin, phosphorus, copper, and other B trace elements and vitamins. Peanuts are a good source of a variety of nutrients. Lipids that are monounsaturated. 2 tablespoons peanut butter, creamy. According to nutrition information, it is around 7.6. Monounsaturated fat, MUFA, 3.3 grams. 4.4 grams of saturated fat and 4.4 grams of unsaturated fat. Polyunsaturated fat, polyunsaturated fat, polyunsaturated fat, poly. Peanut butter's 4 drawbacks. First and foremost, a surplus of omega-6. Peanut butter does contain a significant amount of protein. Nonetheless, a percentage of polyunsaturated fats. Omega-6 is responsible for the majority of this. Linolenic acids are fatty acids that are not the same as oleic acids. Omega-3 fatty acids and alpha-linolenic acids are better for you if it is not well balanced with. Omega-3 fatty acids are anti-inflammatory. Inflammation can be caused by too much omega-6 in the body and other health issues. Conditions. As a result, if you eat a lot of peanuts, it is a good idea to try to even out the butter. Dietary proportions. Omega-3 fatty acids can be found in a variety of foods. Chia seeds, shellfish, lush green vegetables. Omega-3 fatty acids, seeds, microalgae, and seaweed. Supplements containing algae, krill, or fish oil. Aflatoxin and peanuts are the second disadvantage. Allergies. Peanuts are a type of ground-growing legume, vulnerable to a natural occurrence. Aflatoxins are a type of mold that can cause cancer. A carcinogen when consumed frequently. The industry of commercial peanut production. This is especially true in the United States. To lessen the risk, it is being monitored and tested. You may want to avoid certain types of exposure. If you are allergic to peanuts, avoid them. Molds. As a result, it is frequently a prevalent and boiling raw meat is a recommended technique. Before eating peanuts, shell them. It is all about the peanut butter when it comes to peanut butter. It is critical to get high-quality products. We always promote organic products. Non-GMO variants are preferred over others. Another significant disadvantage of peanuts is that they are at the top of the food chain. Allergens that can cause significant and/or life-threatening allergic reactions. Health effects on persons who are at risk of dying. Allergic to peanuts. The third disadvantage. Oxalates are abundant. A significant downside of eating peanuts. Peanuts are high in the fat content of butter. Oxalates are a type of anti-nutrient. Oxalates can block the absorption of some nutrients. Some minerals, particularly calcium and magnesium. Excessive food intake can contribute to a variety of health problems. Kidney stones are an example of a health problem. According to various studies, boiling vegetables can help you lose weight. This has not happened yet because of the oxalate content. This has been proven to be true for dry roasting peanuts made into peanut butter. The fourth disadvantage. Peanut butter of poor quality. It is also crucial to read about peanuts labels with dietary values for butter and ingredients, as many of them contain sugar and emulsifiers for oil. Sadly, the majority of popular mainstream Sadly, a lot of peanut butter brands are packed with sugar. With these extremely harmful compounds, we would have to say the most despised. Processed peanut butter comes to mind, including hydrogenated oils or other unhealthy fats, such as palm oil. This is a frequent practice to get a better result. Prevent oil and maintain a constant texture. No stir separation is the most common type of separation. Pistachio butter. It can be difficult to find these days. Suppliers of artisanal peanut butter. Smucker's is the name of the corporation. Surprisingly, it owns practically all commercial properties. Peanut butter, both organic and non-organic. Jif, for example, is a brand made in the United States. Santa Scudder Smucker's Adams and Laura Scudder Smucker's. Cruz. Some health food establishments in the United States do. To mill your peanuts, you need to have peanut meals on hand. This is my own homemade organic peanut butter. By far the greatest we have ever seen. Tasted. A different option to the standard. Wild jungle peanuts are a type of peanut, which do not need to be boiled or roasted. Of course, take steps to avoid peanuts. If you are allergic to peanuts, avoid using butter. Consult your healthcare provider. Before eating peanuts, consult an expert. If you are a vegetarian, you should eat butter on a daily basis. Nursing mothers have a serious medical condition. Or if you are on a prescribed medication. Medications. Thank you for tuning in.